On December 6, 2024 at 2:50 in the morning, the North End units responded to a report of a structure fire on Keithway Lane in the Halls community. Engine 230 responded with a crew of 3, including Lieutenant Cameron Rood, firefighter Misty Weimer, and firefighter Nicholas Johnson. Engine 230 arrived on the scene and found moderate smoke showing from a single-wide mobile home with an addition. Upon dismounting the apparatus, the crew was met by a family member who advised the crew that her mother was still inside the home. Engine 230 quickly deployed a pre-connect and in full PPE, including SCBA, entered the structure, performing a left-hand search to locate the female while being supported by firefighter Weimer from the exterior. Lieutenant Rood and firefighter Johnson located the female in a long hallway near the middle of the structure. The female was lying on the ground, coughing, unable to self-rescue. Lieutenant Rood and firefighter Johnson rescued the female by dragging her back to the front door and removing her from the structure. The woman was transferred to the waiting AMR EMS crew, and the crew returned to work on the structure fire. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after removing the female from the structure, the additional room off of the hallway and the hallway flashed and erupted with fire. Without the quick actions of Lieutenant Rood and firefighter Johnson, the female, unable to self-rescue, would have perished because of the fire. Please accept this as my formal request to have these members considered for recognition through the award commendation guideline. Chief Farrell.
The Fire Department Distinguished Service Medal is to be awarded to any member who displays outstanding proficiency and performance of duty that will reflect credit on the fire department. Members' actions must be of a lesser magnitude than the preceding awards, but must be of a superior performance of duty. The Fire Department Distinguished Service Award is issued by the Fire Department for exemplary actions by an individual member other than performing a rescue at high personal risk. That is, other than those actions for which a Corona Civica is conferred. It is conferred upon confirmation of the facts of the case by those investigating and consensus by the Commendation Committee. The Commendation Committee has conferred, and it is our honor to recognize and award firefighter Misty Weimer with the Fire Department Distinguished Service Medal. Ms. Weimer. And now to provide some information on the Corona Civica Award, Fire Chief Jeff Delaware.
All right, I'm not supposed to ad-lib, I'm going to ad-lib. So before I read what the Corona Civica is about, I think it's really important to point out that every single day we ask a lot of our people, right? The ordinary is asking our folks a lot. And there are those times, however, where people truly reach a point where they've risen above, so far above and beyond that now we're going to give awards and commendations. So the Corona Civica is the highest award that we give, and I'll read it to you here why. So the Corona Civica is awarded for saving a life during fire situations. It's issued by the fire department itself when the fire chief obtains consensus from the command staff and the awards committee. The Corona Civica is awarded when there was a high degree of risk posed to the rescuers arising from the circumstances necessitating the rescue. The Corona Civica may be awarded when the person rescued ultimately succumbs to injuries, not in this case, sustained during the emergency that caused them. It is conferred upon confirmation of the facts of the case by those investigating and consensus by the Commendation Committee. So having said that, in this instance, we are giving the Corona Civica Award to Lieutenant Cameron Rood and firefighter Nick Johnson. Face the cameras. Now, shake it.
26 years ago, Larry Wilder began serving in a unique capacity for both Rural Metro Fire and the Knox County Fire Prevention Bureau. His role was to serve as a fire and life safety educator for Knox County. Although an employee of Rural Metro Fire, his directive was to provide programs, educational materials, and fire safety devices for the citizens of Knox County. This is a role he has performed with grace, enthusiasm, and great effectiveness. There is no way to count the number of lives he has impacted. As an example, my 2 adult daughters often ask how Mr. Larry is doing. His fire safety presentations had an impact on my family, and I'm sure countless others. In late 2024, it was decided that Larry would become a full-time member of the Knox County Fire Prevention Bureau, thus ending his fruitful career with us. When speaking with Larry, he assured us that nothing would change. His dedication to the safety of our citizens and ambassador for all emergency services will remain intact. Of this, we have no doubt. It is with much gratitude we recognize Larry Wilder for his 26 years of service to Rural Metro Fire. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Let's get a picture of that.